So big news this week is that things are starting to look good for mortgages heading into next year. So let me talk all about that in just a second. But first, let me give you a snapshot of where we currently are here in the Boise housing market. So just this last month, we finished the month with a median of $530,000 here in Ada County. And that's actually down about $10,000 from where we were in October. Now, the thing to recognize about the median is that the median is the middle price for all of the homes that were sold in that month. So what that means is half of the homes sold for more than $530,000, half of them sold for less. So if during the month of November, fewer expensive homes were sold than in October, the median will actually slide down, but that doesn't necessarily mean that prices across the board have fallen. So the way to get a better assessment of what is happening in Ada County is to zoom out for a minute and look at what has happened to the median over the past 6 months. And when we do that, we recognize that the median has actually hovered around $530,000 to $540,000. So what that means is that prices have stabilized over the past half of a year or so here in Ada County. Now, since the peak of about a year and a half ago, we've come down 12% from $602,000 down to $530,000, but that actually is a 10% improvement from where we were back in March of this year. Now, let me break that median down just a little bit more for you. Existing homes are always cheaper than new homes, so the median price for existing homes just this past month was $509,000. which is about a 2.5% increase year over year. New construction has actually recovered a little bit more than existing homes, up about 5.5% year over year, and the median just this past month was $658,000. So to summarize all of that, what we've seen over the past half of a month here in Ada County is a stabilizing of prices. We're in the green pretty much across the board. Prices are up year over year. The median for all of Ada County is up about a percentage point. New construction up about 5.5%, and existing homes up about 2.5% year over year. We've also seen an improvement with the days on market. The average home just this past month sold in about 41 days here in Ada County versus 47 days last year. Existing homes sold in about 36 days, and new construction sold in about 55 days. And here's an interesting statistic that I think gives you an idea of how the interest rate has impacted buyers. By and large, because of the higher interest rate, buyers have gravitated toward cheaper homes. So homes that sold for less than $500,000 spent 13 days less on market here in Ada County than those that sold for more. Our inventory still is low here in Ada County. We finished the month with about 2.19 months of supply on market, and that's a drop from where it was the month before that, where we had 2.4 months. And remember, a balanced market has about 4 to 6 months worth of inventory. So we're still about half of what a typical balanced market should look like. Now, Canyon County hasn't improved quite yet to the level that Ada County has, but I think it's headed in the right direction. The median price in Canyon County was $398,990 this past month, and that's down about 4% from where it was a year ago. November of 2022, the median was $415,000. The days on market is improving and has improved significantly from last year. The average house in Canyon County sold in about 42 days as compared to 59 days a year ago. And the month supply of inventory is about where it is in Ada County. We're at about 2.3 months, and that's about where it was a month ago in October. It is slightly lower from where it was a year ago, though. In Canyon County, the month supply of inventory last November was about 2.7 months. So we're seeing a slight decrease in inventory in Canyon County as well. Hey, if this video has been helpful, hit the like button. That helps this video to go out to more people like you. Thank you. But the big news that everybody is talking about is what Jerome Powell said in a press conference earlier this week. Now remember, Jerome Powell is the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board, and in that press conference, he expressed optimism for 2024. He said he expects the Fed to cut interest rates 3 times in the coming year. Currently, the federal interest rate is 5.5%. He expects it to be at 4.6% by the end of 2024, 3.6% in 2025 and 2.9% by the end of 2026. Now remember, the interest rate that we're talking about here is the federal interest rate. And that is the rate at which banks pay one another to borrow or loan money. So it's not directly tied to the mortgage rate, but there's definitely some correlation. If it's cheaper for a bank to borrow money, then they're gonna loan that money at a cheaper rate as well. So what this news had for the mortgage industry was very good. It had some very positive effects on the mortgage rates just this past week. Yesterday, the average interest rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage was 6.62%, which was down about a half of a percentage point from earlier in the week. And notice where that number is compared to where we were 2 months ago. October 19th, the average interest rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage was 8.09%. So the question that everybody wants to know is, what effect is this going to have on house prices? Are they going to go up or are they going to go down? This guy thinks that a lower interest rate is actually going to lead to lower house prices. And here's why he thinks that. He thinks that as interest rates continue to come down, we'll have more sellers jump into the market who will be willing to trade the interest rate that they have locked in right now for the interest rate that we'll see on the market then. I don't think that that's the case, because in order for that to be true, you would have to assume that the pent-up sellers, the pool of pent-up sellers is greater than the pool of pent-up buyers. But that's not actually what we've seen. Since 2010, basically, we've seen a housing shortage all across the United States. When the housing bubble popped in 2008, builders really pumped the brakes, and since then, we've had a housing shortage all across the United States. Currently, we have a 5.5 million unit shortage. And that is the case in Boise as well. The reason people stopped buying homes, or fewer people have bought homes over the past several years, is not because they were afraid of what would happen to house prices in the future, so out of speculation, nor did they stop buying homes because there was too much inventory and they no longer wanted those homes, but it was directly related to the interest rate. The interest rate simply priced people out of the market, and so buyers sat on the sidelines. As the prices continue to come down, the mortgage rates, I should say, continue to come down, I think we'll see more buyers jump into the market. Yes, we'll see more sellers list their homes as well, but we'll also see more buyers jump in as well, and I think we'll gradually see prices go up. I don't think we'll see them spike like we saw in 2020, 2021, but I think we'll see them moderately continue to go up in the coming years. Thank you for watching. If you haven't seen my latest video, you can check it out right here.